We always want to have our, anybody who's on social media, give us these questions because we really want to create videos and have you have a great experience to learn additional tips on how to keep you and your family healthy. So the question we received is, can you talk a little bit about washing produce and what is the best way to do it? So I'm Dr. Jen Anaker with Anaker Clinic of Chiropractic. We're going to dive into, what to use, why to wash your fruits and vegetables. And so let's dive into that topic. So even in 2014, the EWG, or Environmental Working Group, they took a look at fruits and vegetables, and they found that 75% of those fruits and vegetables had at least one pesticide on them. So we're looking at taking off the pesticides, the herbicides, unless you harvested your fruits and vegetables out of the garden. We don't know exactly what the plant or process might have been as far as getting it out of the fields and into the grocery stores. So there could be, bacteria, etc. So washing it can be a key thing. And one of the most common herbicides that we know is glyphosate. And glyphosate is used widely, and here are some things that it can disrupt. It can disrupt systemic toxicity, mineral deficiency, increase cancer, as well as disrupt the microbiome or the gut flora of your body, which that gut flora, if you ever wanted to dive into a topic, that is one that the gut flora covers your mental health, your digestive system health, also your immune system. So that's a lot of factors just specific for glyphosate. Now, when we're looking at other herbicides and pesticides, we can look at things like reproductive issues, brain damage, higher impaired nervous system, disruption of hormones, children's memory and attention span. And, of course, this is going to be, if there's a higher concentration of these things, it's going to be harder for a smaller child to be able to process things. And any of these things can create a tipping point for them. So some of the ways that you can think about too, how to better know or get better quality of foods would be that you could grow your own. You could get food from a farmer's market or like a CSA, a community supported agriculture, where you buy a food share. You could look to buy organic, which is going to have minimal pesticides and herbicides on it. And, and if you're like, hey, organic, wow, that's expensive. I could afford a few, but not all of them. The EWG, again, is the Environmental Working Group, and they cover, each year it can change, but they cover those that are the clean 15, so those that you could more easily buy not organic, and then the dirty dozen, a lot of times like a lettuce, a strawberry shows up on that list. So, hey, I know that these are fruits and vegetables that have more potential chemicals on them. So those are some key things to think about. And when I say organic, sometimes we'll have still some things on it, is that they found that on average that 10% of the organic fields may have pesticides or herbicides. Now, maybe it's not intentional, but instead it's a field nearby and things became cross-contaminated. Maybe it's a field that was used a long time ago with DDT that, just hasn't the soil isn't as high quality. Now, they do a lot of testing, but maybe that's something that has a residual in it. And also maybe there was accidental, use of like DDT or herbicides and pesticides that, was an accident or something happened. So, even with organic, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have something that doesn't have any of those things. Certainly it's going to have a lot less, and the closer you know that your sources are, like a local farmer or gardening yourself, you're going to absolutely know what was or what wasn't on your fruits and vegetables. Now, as you're thinking about this, it shouldn't also become disheartening. No, we don't want pesticides and herbicides in our body, but you need fruits and vegetables. And the International Journal of Epidemiology looked and saw that those people that had 3.5 cups of fruits and vegetables a day, that they had a reduction of heart attack, cancer, and also early death. So certainly, however you can afford, however you can get those fruits and vegetables in your diet, it's going to be key to being healthier overall. So now we're going to dive into the exact question, which is what should I do to wash my fruits and vegetables? And the thing I love about these videos is that yes, I get to educate you, but I also get to learn some things. As I dived into this topic, I think a lot of people might think about the fact that I'd say, okay, you know, this is a produce wash that I had, but, you know, hey, this product is best, or what might be contained in it. But I really was interested in what I actually found during my research was that, so they took a look at, they did 196 samples of strawberries, lettuce, and tomatoes. And they used different cleaners. They used dish soap, veggie clean, fit fruit and vegetable wash, organic clean. You know, they use 3 different cleaners, dish soap, and they compared those 4 things to actual you know, regular water and regular washing your vegetables with just tap water. And they actually found they didn't see any improvement, which I thought was interesting. So, you know, kind of the moral of the story is washing your vegetables with water, and that's really the way to go. That's the easiest. I mean, maybe you want to find a cleaner, but certainly why not just use the tap water that you have in your household. Now, one other way that that you can utilize is to use vinegar. And so you want to use white vinegar. And basically you want 4 parts water, 1 part vinegar. Soak it in the fruit or vegetables for 20 minutes, and then again rinse it off with water. And so that's another way. I've done it before. Your vegetables won't taste, you know, your strawberries won't taste like vinegar, but it's just another way that you can wash your fruits and vegetables. And just to kind of leave in close, you know, and then there's also, of course, the washing, you know, washing versus not washing. They found that just washing with water alone decreased the residue of herbicides and pesticides by 80%. So here's your answer. Use your water, your tap water, use that. That's just as efficient as anything as you're figuring out how to eat more healthy fruits and vegetables into your life, in your family's diet.